Hi everybody, my name is Julie. This is my first video ever. I've just started participating in swaps and projects over at minialbumscraps.ning.com, so I thought I would video some of them and show you what I've learned and been working on. I'm also going to be known as Crafty Smitty Girl over on YouTube, so I'll be posting my projects and swaps over there as well. I've had a great time. I've signed up with Mini Album Scraps 2 months ago. And I've done 4 swaps. These last 2 projects are number 3 and 4. I've learned so many things from that website that I never even knew existed to do. So I'm having a great time, and I'm really thankful for that group there. And I'm really thankful for what I'm learning and everything. So I'm going to share the 2 swaps that I did this month. The first one was an altered ticket swap. Never made one ever before. Watched some videos, got some of my own ideas, and so gave it a try. I think I like how they turned out. I hope whoever receives them will think the same thing. And then I also participated in a try shutter card swap. Again, never made this type of card before, so again, I'll show you what I made, and we'll see if you like it. First set of tickets that I made, the theme was for fall or Thanksgiving. So this first one, I had some paper. It talked about giving thanks and memories and autumn and fall and being gracious, and had acorns and thanks and togetherness and family. It just had all the great fall colors in it. So I decided to use that one, and I have it on a dark chocolate cardstock. I had this really pretty red ribbon that was the same color as the autumn in the paper, so I decided to use that. And I had some red bling that was the same color. And then I also used a kind of a bright red in the same color scheme on the back. The front and back had to be covered, but not both sides didn't have to be embellished. So I just embellished the fronts of my tickets. Again, the same paper and the same cardstock for the ticket. On the back, this one has kind of a darker burgundy to go with the burgundy in the ribbon, and the color of the berry and the straw. The next one, kind of a vintage feel to it, on cream cardstock, and I antiqued the edges. And then it has this really pretty pumpkin spice colored paper that has just these tiny little leaves in it. It's very delicate, and just thought it looked very antique-ish, so I thought I would go that route with the ticket. I had this really neat waxed twine that I used for the bow, and since it's waxed, I was able to kind of press it down so it'll stay in place on the card. And then I kind of have an ecru crochet type lace that I used on the edges. I did some smudge inking on the back. I just think that gives a kind of an antiqued look. Goes along with the vintage style of the ticket. So I did those 2 the same. Then I had some really pretty fall Jolie embellishment packets. And so that's where this one came from. Again, on a cream cardstock, antique the edges. Had a really pretty ecru paper with just a real faint pumpkin type print in it. So I used that and inked the edges as that as well. Then I had this really pretty fall spray with leaves and some pressed flowers, and then the cute little acorns. Again, just smudge inked the back, kind of go along with that same feel. I did 2 of that. This one I completely inked the back, just trying different things. Again, like I said, these are the first tickets I've ever made. These ones were fun and bright. I had this really pretty paper that I've had for I don't even know how long. And I'm sorry I'm not able to tell you guys what paper collections these are from. I don't really pay attention to that. I go with whatever paper I think is pretty, and that's what I buy. I don't go by particular designer or collection. So I'm sorry if you're wanting to duplicate something I've made. Most things I buy are bought at Michael's. And so this one had it's just a really pretty green apple and red and yellow type paper, and I had some really pretty Jolie or apple orchard embellishments, and so that's where these came from. These apples are from that packet, and I had a really pretty green apple stamp, so the cardstock is stamped on the back that color. The front was also stamped that color, and then I cut my top paper out of my pretty pattern. Since I have the red apples, I have fall in red with a little red bling. And this ticket's the same one, just I had some green apples instead. And again, completely. And what I did on these two is I kind of inked the edges, antiqued the edges a little bit before I inked the fronts, and I just thought that added a really neat dimension to it. This particular style, I think that turned out, it was my favorite. There's nothing particularly special about it. I just really like how the ticket looks and how it turned out. I liked it. I think I'm going to have to make some more and try to come up with a project of my own to use them on. I'm kind of jealous of whoever's going to get these. Again, it's just a cream cardstock, but I took my apple green ink and inked the cardstock. I had this really pretty cream paper that had some gold veins and designs going through it. Kind of a, I don't know, antique postage type feel. So I antiqued the edges. I had a stamp that said leaves, so I took my green apple and used that. I also have a leaf punch, so I found some really cute green apple paper that I have and punched some leaves out of that have some cream in them, and a little gold bling to go along, and then stamped the back, and so I made 2 of those as well. The swap was to make 10 tickets. You could make them in any combination that you wanted, all the same, all different, 2s, 3s, 5s, whatever group you wanted. So I kind of went in groupings of 2. So there's my altered ticket swap, first one ever. I have to admit, I'm kind of excited to do another one of those. The next swap I participated in was a tri-shutter card swap. Try saying that one 3 times fast. It doesn't work so well. Again, never made a card like this before ever. I'm thankful over at Mini Albums. Usually when it's any type of swap, they're going to give you directions or post a tutorial or a video or post a link to a video that's going to show you how to make them. So I was really appreciative of that. A lot of things just say, hey, make this, and don't cater to us newbies, and so I'm really thankful. This is the tri-shutter card. The first couple that you cut out, you kind of have to practice a couple of them to get the idea for the folding, but once you do them, they just go right along. This first one, I have this really pretty, again, this is a fall theme. I have this really pretty paper with all these beautiful fall colors, a really pretty red and burgundy and greens and golds and tans and peaches and pumpkin colors, and so I went along with that theme, and I thought I would bring out the pumpkins and the reds in this paper. So the reds are here, and I had this really pretty fall leafy type stamp, so I stamped that just there on the cream color and used my pretty burgundy ribbon there. And then I had some really pretty pumpkin type paper that goes along with like this flower, this leaf here, and the flowers in the paper, so I used that. So this is one of my simpler ones, just a little bit of stamping and a bow. So there's that one. This next one, I actually used the leaves stamp that I used on the other ticket, and I did it in 3 colors, and colors are all in the paper with the polka dots. And then I also used the same apple green that I had and stamped these leaves on. I had some Jolie embellishments, and so that's where the flowers come from. Another, again, a bow in the burgundy. I apologize, these aren't really easy to open one-handed. I don't know where my tripod is, so I'm videoing with one hand and trying to work it all with the other. I had a pretty fall colors stamp, so I used that, and some more leaf embellishments to go along with the leaves theme. Some more pretty cream paper. And this paper are actually of the same, just the different edges of the paper had some green and some tan going through it, and this edge had some pretty burgundy, so I thought it really went really well with the paper. And I think the apple greens and the burgundies look really great together. I like this card a lot. Like I said, with the tickets, I had some Jolie Apple Orchard embellishments, and so I used those on this next card and that same paper, actually. So it worked out nicely that these were fall themed as well. So I used a green card, had a really pretty apple tree and some more apples, an apple basket over here, and then an apple picking tool, and just had some really pretty colored papers that went along with it. So I like this one. I just really like this paper. I wish I had more of it. I only had a couple of sheets of it. I would love to do more projects with this, but gosh, this paper is several years old, and I think it was just in a big box collection that I had gotten. So it's one of those, got a long time ago, and it just had to wait for the right project, and this was the right month for the right project, so I'm really happy to be able to use that paper. This card I think turned out to be my favorite. Some Jolie autumn type things, and that's where this little autumn placard comes from. These flowers are just from the dollar bin at Michael's. They're the construct and put your own layers together and build it as many layers as you want. And these leaves are just from a package of fall leaves from the dollar store. And I had, again, just all these things were all bought at different times, and going through my stashes was able to find and put all these things together. Had this really pretty pumpkin spice colored cardstock that I layered with. I had some cream paper that I took a leaf stamp with and just real lightly with a bronze ink did some stamping. Had an autumn stamp that I used here in the middle, and a really pretty color. Again, some more of the wax twine from my bow. Used partial stamps, so it kind of looks like a partial leaf, so it looks like it's coming out of the paper. So I just really like this card. I just like the way it turned out. I like the pumpkin colors in it. So I like that one a lot. And then this is my last card. The swap was for 6 cards. Make 6, keep 1 for yourself, and send 5. So these are the 5 I'm sending. Again, some Jolie embellishments. Really pretty fall. It's kind of, this side of the lettering is wood, and then the right-hand side of the letter is in a real pretty copper wire. And so I liked that. Again, some more of the Michael's flowers. And this, I liked this idea. I just kind of did a deconstructed flower and kind of had falling layers of it. You don't really see any of the centers until you get to that bottom flower. And the paper that I used, it has foiling in it, and so that goes really cute with the bling and with the lettering. Again, really pretty fall peaches and everything. So all this is going to be going in the mail tomorrow, and I made some lovely hostess gifts to go with them, with all the new things I've been learning. So these are my projects. I hope you liked them. I can't wait to see what I get back in return. And if you want to learn some new things and participate in some great swaps, go over to minialbumscraps.ning.com. Thanks. We'll talk to you later. This is Julie. Bye-bye.